There are many mysteries throughout the New Eden cluster. Some remain mysterious because knowledge has been lost to time. Others because we lack the technical know-how to decipher them. Then there are those mysteries that are simply odd. It seems there should be some explanation, some existing tidbit of documentation or logs of some kind, yet for whatever reason there isn't. Our journey today takes us to 4 such mysterious oddities. Before we set out on our journey though, I wanted to take a moment and mention the monument for Project Discovery Phase 1. In YC-118, in an effort to learn more about the appearance of the mysterious drifters, the Sisters of Eve launched the Project Discovery Citizen Science platform. Its goal was to comprehensively analyze and categorize tissue samples acquired from drifter remains. Led by Professor Emma Lundgren, Chief Scientist for the SOE Advanced Research Division, and with the support of Capsuleers throughout the cluster, the project was a great success in mapping out a comprehensive protein atlas during the 16 months it ran. In celebration of this remarkable achievement, a monument was unveiled at the SOE Biological Research Center in Langisi, a system in the metropolis region. It's from this monument that our journey begins. A modern-day treasure hunt starts here for Capsuleers who enjoy puzzles that can be accessed via an open Entosis link port. I'll not cover the details of how to go about the treasure hunt. There are other great resources on the Galactic Network, aka Galnet, for that. Rather, our interest lies in 2 of the sites treasure hunters will encounter along the way. Located in Caldari space in the Enochimon system, we find a mystery within a mystery. The Solitaire, a ghost ship which just happens to be a Ragnarok-class Titan. If the enormity of the vessel itself isn't enough to awe you, then perhaps the mystery we are left to puzzle out will. This Titan is a Minmatar ship, and it's a very long way from home. Usually this class of vessel would be surrounded by a support fleet deployed as part of an offensive strike force or defensive operation. The Solitaire was clearly not used for defense, so possibly a strike force? Except the Minmatar and Caldari have never been at odds directly, so was it a part of some sort of deep space military maneuver against the Amarr? We just don't know. It seems there are far more questions than answers. How is it even possible such an asset would be left behind to scavengers? How did it even get here, presumably alone? With closer examination, the mystery only deepens. Of course, anything of value or use has been stripped away by scavengers over the years, so there remains no evidence or information that could help explain what happened. The mystery surrounding the Titan is as enormous as the ship itself. For those interested in the treasure hunt aspect of the site, there is an Entosis link that can be found on the wreck, which will eventually yield a clue to the next destination, itself another mysterious oddity. While an abandoned Titan is rare, it's not at all uncommon to see abandoned shuttles and frigates throughout the cluster. Reasons for their abandonment vary from technological breakdown to the famed capriciousness of Capsuleers. Warping to the Sun in the Gestic system of the Khanid region, we find one such shuttle. Visually, it appears to be of the standard Caldari design. When utilizing our sensors, we find there's some kind of a receiver that's interacting with Gestic's A0 class star. That in and of itself is a bit odd, but further scans indicate there is a faint life sign on board, with readings similar to that of a human in cryogenic stasis. But cryo hasn't been used since the time of the jump gate construction era, when travel between systems took years, which would make this shuttle 2,000 years old at least. For this reason, the mysterious shuttle has earned the nickname of the True Immortal. As for the treasure hunt, the True Immortal marks its end. An Entosis link can be used on the shuttle, which causes the release of materials. Once collected and combined with the materials that were obtained at the other stops along the treasure hunt, an industrious Capsuleer will be able to manufacture something quite useful for hacking data sites. But our journey of mysterious oddities around the cluster isn't over yet. Discovered in YC-113 around the same time as the True Immortal, a mysterious probe remains to this day in the Essence region's Charmerout system. The probe is similar in design to a modern-day beacon, but analysis of it indicates that it is far older. Beacons today are used for navigational purposes, to mark an area of interest or some hazard in space to avoid. This mysterious probe, however, is neither. Indeed, there are several things about it that have piqued Capsulea's interest since its discovery. First, this beacon isn't transmitting anything on any frequency. It's seemingly dormant, floating silently in space. When consulting Aura, she refers to it as an ancient probe, despite its familiar appearance. Its construction is anything but, however, as it's apparently composed of materials and electronics unlike anything seen elsewhere in New Eden. Even more mysterious, when approaching the probe we learn that it's not inactive after all. Rather, it tries to establish a communications link with our ship and then transmit a single beep. Local authorities continue to try to decipher this mysterious oddity, but other than a modern-day beacon marking this site, there's no other activity in that area. For now, that's all we know. But I've saved the best for last. The final stop on our journey today is a challenging one to find, as it's always on the move. Aptly named the Space Oddity and nicknamed Tom's Shuttle for unknown reasons. As luck would have it, I managed to catch up with this rather mysterious ship in the Catalina system in Malden Heath. At first glance, the ship appears to be a modern Zephyr-class expedition frigate, but close examination makes it out to be centuries older. To quote Aura, scans indicate that the shuttle once had room for a single occupant, but now lies empty, sailing onward in silent memory of the visionary pilot it once ferried. I try to stay clear of my own personal feelings on our journey together, but in this case I can't help but share my experience. I had the humbling sense that I was somehow in the presence of something far greater than myself. I perceived great loss, but also hope in the unknown that the future holds for us all, and what lies beyond. I followed the vessel at a respectable distance for a time, reflecting on my own personal voyage and where it has brought me. My journey to explore all of New Eden has concluded, but Tom's continues. About once a month, a Signalia report will come across my desk, updating the location of this space oddity as it slowly passes through system after system on what seems to be an endless, predetermined course with an origin and a destination that are both unknown. Can you hear me, Major Tom? May God's love be with you. I'm Katya Say. I hope you'll join me again next time on New Eden Travelers. Fly clever.